Happy Sunday everyone. I thought by myself, because of the bad weather outside and the freezing temperatures now and the snow, I would make a video about how to make your own propagator. So you see the list here of items you need, of what I needed to make one. I made 2 out of 1, by the way. So few videos back you could see that I made one that was about, I think, 70 centimeters in height. So what I did yesterday, I cut it in 2. I cut it in half. Why I made it that high was because I thought maybe I can put bigger plants in it, but what's the point of a propagator to have it that height? And it's not easy to work with that. So what do you need? You need insulation boards, and you can cut it at your own size, whatever you want. But I choose these sizes because my heating mats just go into the propagator. So I have 2 mats that exactly go into this in this size of propagator. Why I was pointing to that, I thought these these trays could go also in, but they are 1 centimeter too big to get in. So I used screws to fasten them, and then I used silicone in the inside. So now, I see. This should be the third part of the video. Sorry for that. So you will see after this one, I just cut the sides by, so it has to be a little bit horizontal, so the glass cover fits better. So I cut it off with a knife. You see what I did? So you see already that the bottom is in. But the next video you will see how I did that. So I used insulation mats that I had a few pieces left. So I didn't cut those, just the width and the height of the propagator, because it's all a mess, and those few centimeters that it's more in, it's wider, that doesn't make any difference at all. So what I need is, you take long screws and a screwdriver, of course, and then the pieces I had left from the past to make the bottom. So it's quite simple. You put those on. You see it's not nicely cut, but as it is the bottom of the propagator, it doesn't matter at all. And now you screw the screws in. That's all you need to do. You can also use something else, but this is the easiest way. In that sense, I can remove the insulation boards whenever I want to, and I can use them again and again and again. So I screw those in. So guys, this was part 2, and the thing you saw before was part 1. So whatever. So you make your own design. This is mine. As I told before, it's because it's the measurements of my heating mats. They fit in quite well like this. So I don't need a bigger one or a wider one or a higher one. And the height doesn't matter. I mean, if it's to germinate seeds, what would be the best height? I think this is like 30 centimeters high, or maybe 20. It's high enough. So I'm screwing those in. So it's already stable, but to be sure I add a few other screws. almost finished. Then I will turn it around. Almost. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and if I can, I will answer them. This is the ideal propagator to have for germinating bananas, musa and sete, etc. because the heat is kept in. Okay, so it's finished. You see, I forgot to cut those sides, but I did that in part 2. Now at the bottom I put some plastic. It's an old plastic bag. And why do I do that? Because if some water would get stuck on the bottom, it stays in the propagator and will not spill out. And the second reason is I will fill it up with vermiculite. You can also use perlite, that's your choice, but I use vermiculite. And why do I do that? Because I will put the heating mats on the vermiculite, and on the heating mats I put another layer of vermiculite. And that's to prevent the direct contact of the heating mats with the plastic and with the insulation. And also the vermiculite or perlite will keep some moisture in your propagator. And it prevents your heating mats to get under the water level. If you would pour something too much, some water in it, and it would rise too high. Oh my god, sorry for my English today, it's not good. But as long as we understand each other, it's okay for me. So that's my first heating mat. Problem was the second heating mat is bigger than this one. So normally I have 4 of these. I had 4 of these, and one is broken now. So I had another one. It's this one, but you will see that it's larger than the other one. So I put it underneath this one. You see it's sticking up because it's like it's all rolled up. We turn this around. Then we adding vermiculite again. Like that. It's also important, this way you prevent the roots from getting the direct contact with the mats itself. So that's much better than putting something on the heating mats directly, because if the roots come in contact with your heating mat, it will be maybe devastating for the plant. You see I have 2 sizes of vermiculite. The first one is quite big chunks, and this one is like 0 to 1 millimeter in size. Okay, so that's finished. This is the ideal thing to use for musa or ancete or other plants. Now you will see that this doesn't fit. My own fault. It's not wide enough, but that's no problem. So I use trays to germinate, like this one. Like that. Important is that you have to use a thermostat if you will germinate banana seeds, because they prefer a temperature between the 30 and 33 degrees during 12 to 14 hours, and then it has to go down 8 to 10 degrees, so you have a day and night shift. But these are not banana seeds for the moment. So you see I have a problem with the cables. Sorry for the out of focus. That's because I have a bad camcorder, sorry. I have no money to buy me a new one, so So I just cut some room in the sides so I can put down my cables in, and then I can put the glass on top of that without touching the cables. So after I finished all of this, I have grow lights, of course, and they weren't on now because otherwise I always would be pink. And that's it. Keep it moist but not wet, and that's all you need to do. I hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry again for the out of focus, but as I told before, it's not the best camcorder I have, and I will update when I will sow my banana seeds. That should arrive in a few days. Have a good day. Bye.